Oh my God. Huh? They shot it up. Who's this?
What you just witnessed in that video, it was not a movie scene. It was not people on a movie set. It was not people on a rap video set. No, this was real life. This incident took place in Chicago, Illinois, United States, 2 days ago. A woman, her boyfriend, and her baby's father, and her baby was sitting in the back, and 3 masked men jumped out of a red SUV and started opening fire on that white car. And we're going to talk today about exactly what led up to this woman and this family being targeted. And this woman on your screen was having some type of conflict with other people in her neighborhood, around the neighborhood, wherever these people are from. And Gina's last post and the gentleman that you're looking at on the screen with the little baby, that's also the gentleman that was inside of that white car. And that's the little baby that was inside of that car as well. They both survived. The father of the baby and the little baby both survived. Gina did not survive because Gina was actually the target in this whole situation. All right, this is the last thing that Gina reposted on her Facebook account on February 3rd at 10 a.m. in the morning. And it reads, "I stay humble because I done seen people laugh at somebody, then turn around and become the same thing they joke about." So that was one of her last reposted that she did on her Facebook account. And this is another post on Gina Facebook account, and she reposts from other people's accounts. And the repost that she made, this was reposted on January 23rd of 2025. She posted the B word, be poor, and behind all that trolling. She's basically saying girls be poor, AF, behind all that trolling. I don't want to use the explicit languages, but you know what's AF means, and you see the spelling of the B word on your screen. So a lot of reposts that Gina was doing was just basically calling out people for trolling. Then another post that Gina reposted that I found that was actually fascinating. She reposted, "If you see my man smiling while I'm not around, mace him." I guess that's just showing Gina is very jealous. She's a jealous person. All right, Gina reposted this, and I think this is very interesting. And this is going to show you exactly why she was in some type of conflict with someone else. This repost was reposted on February 1st at 12:51 in the afternoon. And she said, I ain't letting shit slide. I just ain't got to you yet, the B word." So she was speaking to the people or to someone else, to another female that she was into it with. So all of this that I just showed you lead up to exactly what you've seen, the first video with that white car, which Gina owned that white car. People that Gina was into it with, she actually, on one of her posts, she posted the people's address. She she posted exactly what car they drove and what's the license plates of the people she was into it with. The people went on their account, and that account I was trying to find it, but that account they deleted. From since Gina got killed, they deleted the other account that was going back and forth with Gina, and it was a female. And that female posted actually Gina's address with the car that Gina's driving. So after Gina's address was posted, Gina commented on the post stating that I'm about to leave this address. She posted saying that she was about to leave that address. But at the end of the day, they followed Gina, and this is exactly what happened that you guys seen on the screen at the beginning of this video.
Gunfire at this scene. More than 50 shots were fired based on the number of evidence markers that we're seeing here on the ground, and we are told that there was a baby in the backseat of the victim's vehicle who fortunately was not hurt. The shooting happening around 1:30 this afternoon near 79th and May Street in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. Police say a 26-year-old woman and a 27-year-old man were inside a white Chevy sedan when they were hit by gunfire. They then crashed their vehicle into a GMC van. Police say the female victim was shot multiple times and taken in critical condition to Little Company of Mary.
Bro, you see how much markers they had on the ground? This was over 50 rounds was let off, and these three mass gunmen, they was using rifles. The sound sounded like AR-15s, like M16s, like it sounds like machine guns was used to execute this woman. And majority of the rounds went into the driver's side door and the driver's side window, which Miss Gina was driving. So that's what made me realize that she was the actual target of this unnecessary homicide. Her baby father, her boyfriend, survived. He got shot in his butt. The baby, thank God, the baby was not hit at all, thank God. But majority of the rounds ended up into Gina because majority of the rounds went in the driver's side where Gina was driving. Bro, this is unbelievable, bro.
The police say was shot in the buttocks and arm and is in good condition at Christ Hospital. The driver of that van they crashed into refused medical attention. Now, a short time ago, I spoke to the godfather of the woman who was shot, who confirms his goddaughter's infant girl, who is less than a year old, was in the back of the sedan.
You know, there's a baby in the car. These animals have no value on life. This is nothing to them. They need to clean this city up. They need to. This gangs and the shooting and the killing is just unbelievable.
And that was the godfather of the little baby. And thank God once again, man, that little baby survived. That little baby was not touched at all. And all of this stems from a back and forth issue that Gina was having with another girl. And they took it, instead of talking this stuff out, they decided to put it on social media. And all of this played out on social media. And the other girl that she was having a problem with, once Gina got killed, she completely deleted her Facebook account. But what you don't understand, you could delete your Facebook account. The federal government has the authorization to go back in and retrieve your account. So whomever is involved in this homicide, it's a huge possibility they are going to be found. Because you think by deleting your account, everything is going to go away. No. Everything lead up to this woman being murdered, all of the back and forth she was doing with that woman on social media, all of that's going to play out in who was involved in this homicide. It's just insane, dude. And Gina was 20-something years old. She had a little baby. She loved the little baby, her boyfriend. And in reality, bro, listen, they was not targeting the little baby or the boyfriend. So I don't think these people have anything to worry about. But if I was the father of that kid, I would move out of Chicago. I would just get out of Chicago because I don't know, dude. I thought honestly, like the south side of Chicago was getting better, because at one point The south side of Chicago, Illinois was one of the most violent places throughout the entire United States. In 2023 and 2024, if I'm not, don't quote me on that, but I think Chicago, especially in the south side, had the highest rates of murders throughout the United States. And I was under the assumption since Mr. Donald J. Trump took power, Chicago was actually getting better. Because I haven't heard about some like a brutal homicide like that in Chicago in a couple of months. But obviously, this guy's out there still killing each other. The black and brown communities in Southside Chicago is still on and popping. Because there is no way they're not going to be, all those three guys, there is no way they're not going to get caught. Because once again, all of this was played out live on social media. So whomever their accounts and all of those stuff connected to, they're going to get caught. And once one person get caught, this is a homicide that was taken. This homicide happened in broad daylight. Broad daylight. There is 1 million cameras around. The car that they used was a stolen car. Yes, it was a stolen car, but still, regardless if there is no fingerprints in that car, they'll burn the car. I guarantee you, a homicide like that made a nationwide, dude, it was nationwide news all around the United States. This was news. You know, 100% the federal agency, the state agency, they're gonna go all out to solve this case. The feds is 100% gonna get involved in this case. May God rest Gina's soul, man. And ladies and gentlemen, use this as an example. If you have any type of issues with anybody, don't play it out on social media. Because social media is like having a small fire, lighting a small fire. And social media getting involved is like throwing gasoline in a small fire. And you throw gasoline in that fire, and guess what? It become a blaze. That's what social media has become. So if you have any issues with anybody, don't let it play out on social media. Because number one, you're going to get caught. If you let it play out on social media, 100% you're going to get caught. Secondly, it's just not worth it. It's enough of the black and brown communities killing each other, dude. At what point does this stop? At what point does this, you know what, this is not even necessary. This girl is just talking shit, whatever, forget about it. At what point does this violence stop in the black and brown community at each other? This makes absolutely no sense, dude. This woman is losing her life over a couple of stupid stuff she said on her Facebook account. And she's not actually she's reposting other people's messages. You have to think about this stuff. She's on Gina's entire Facebook account. She reposted so many different messages from other people's accounts. It's just not worth it, man. God bless Gina. God bless everybody that's in the story, including the 3 gentlemen that jumped out that SUV and took Gina's life. God bless them too. You know, eventually they're going to get caught and face the consequences of their action. But who am I to judge them? You know, who am I to judge them? What they did is 100% wrong, because at the end of the day, you don't go that far. For people, you don't go that far in life to execute somebody broad daylight, for them just talking garbage, for them just using their mouth to talk shit, for them never hurting you, for them never physically putting their hands on you or your family. It's just a bunch of girls talking nonsense. For that reason, you guys gonna hop out of a stolen car and execute this woman with her kid in the car. It's just not worth it, man. Black and brown people, man, we need to unite, and we need to solve our problems with having a conversation. We got to stop the violence, dude. This is getting out of control, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, always treat people the way you want to be treated, man. Always make God a part of decision making. Always do what's right in the eyes of God and his family, man. Always. Because you know what? I believe in karma. And whenever you do stuff like that, it always comes back to you 100 times worse, man. God bless everybody out there. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.